Hmm. Good morning, good people. Today is Tuesday, June 25th, 2020. Oh, I don't want that. Don't want that. July 25th, 2024. And here we are. Got it. Got it. Just a second. What does that mean? Well, the AC. Okay, the non-AC AC. Well, good morning. Start over, right? We'll cut that other part out in editing. Okay, so today is Tuesday, June 25th, 2024. It is 6 o'clock in the morning here in beautiful Pahrump or Pahrump-Tucky. You choose. Don't know the temperature right now. Something happened on my screen. I got to get them set up again. But here we are. Beautiful day. Good to be alive. Boom. It's good to be alive, as they say in Jerry Maguire. And I see Wada is there, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Or is it bright-tailed and bushy-eyed? I don't know. How are things in Mojinia? So July 5th is turning out to be a big, big day. Wada is heading south. Bushido, I don't know what that means. But Wada is heading south. Things are blessed. Looks like I need a new contact. That's kind of... Peachy's heading south for the winter. Wada is heading south for the summer. Grateful as could be. Good. And we'll see if Maticus Von Atticus joins us after his first night at Fort Pratt. I'll have to have a flag raising ceremony every morning. But here we are. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. Let's see, July 5th, as I was saying, big, big day. Peachy's heading south, and Diana Stater, last day with the state. Kim Riggs, after 25 years, last day with the state. Two people that we appreciate tremendously. Yeah, so is it a good day or a bad day? Not quite sure, right? What is that Buddhist thing? Maybe it's a good day, maybe not. I choose to believe that it is good. Good people always head towards the light. Might take them a while to get there, but they head towards the light. It's good to follow them. All right, but here we are on this great day, and our meme for today is our thought for the day is, where do feelings come from? This is day 2 in week 2 of our 4-week neuroscience-oriented approach to success. And yesterday was day 1 of week 2. This is day 2 of week 2 inside our skull-sized kingdom. Yesterday we learned about neurons, or as Harari says, neurons. We learned about neurons just in the just like how many there are in the brain. Well, we didn't actually from Sebastian's song, but there's 86 billion neurons that have about 10,000 connections on each. So that's about 860 billion, quadrillion, 86 billion times 10,000 is a big number. 86 billion times 1,000 would be 86 trillion. Add a 0, 860 trillion connections versus C. elegans, the worm that has 7. So we learned about neurons, what is stored in neurons, our lived past, anticipated future, ability to simulate, personality, all kinds of things like that. The things that you lose when you damage your brain. How about that? Today, the question is, where do our feelings come from? And what does Wadabevi say about that? Where do our feelings come from? Where do our feelings come from? They come from chemicals released in our systems, and it's not just our systems. All animals, well, I don't know if I can say all animals, I just don't know. But I do know that lobsters, because Jordan Peterson is big on lobsters, the serotonin system in lobsters, the dopaminergic reaction. Yeah, neurotransmitters. Consciousness and, okay. So neurotransmitters, our feelings are chemically created. What? Yeah, our feelings are chemically created. How do we know? Because when people are given more or less of those certain chemicals, they feel differently. Sometimes we produce too much, sometimes too little. And now for today's talk, Simon Sinek talks about the big 4 neurotransmitters that we get. He says about 90% of our feelings of happiness are from 4 neurotransmitters. Do it that way. And plus 1 on the other side. So, and of the four, 2 of them we can create with ourselves alone, and 2 of them we use other people to help us create them. So the ones we can create on our own, endorphins and dopamine. Go to the gym, go for a run, you will release endorphins. Dopamine, create a list of things to do, start doing them, go play on a slot machine, go play computer games, that part that becomes compelling, just one more time, just that feeling of motivation is dopamine. We don't need other people to get them. Serotonin, that's a feeling, he will say, of status. When you have designer clothes that you're wearing, or cars, brands, tattoos, things like that, status. You get an award, you graduate from school, piece of paper, and that piece of paper becomes kind of magical, like those pieces of paper there and there, my undergraduate degree and my law school degree, right? Little pieces of paper, but they have special meaning. So serotonin, and then oxytocin, which is, as Simon Sinek describes it, the best one of them all. It's the feeling of rainbows and unicorns and puppy dogs and things like that. Okay, so we're going to learn about those today. And then on the other side is cortisol, which kind of acts like brain freeze, where if anybody's been scared stiff or so frightened they can't move, that's from an overwhelming abundance of cortisol. So you get so much in your system, you literally cannot move. So we're going to be talking about, so that's today's thing. Where do our feelings come from? And that's why should we know? It's an important thing to know that our feelings are chemically induced. Because if we know that, and we know what induces them, we have the ability to regulate them to, in effect, dial in who you need to be right now. So if you can recognize your feelings, oh, that's dopamine. Is it good or bad? It's good. What do I have to do to release more dopamine? Don't add cortisol. don't add something else. Okay, cool. What do if I have, I'm feeling cortisol or I'm feeling dopamine? Is it helping me? No, it's bad. Okay, I need to turn down the dopamine and turn up something else. So if we apply that to say AA, you feel like drinking. Why? Why do you feel like drinking? Because you're releasing dopamine. And the more you think about it, right, the more you will, more dopamine you release. So you create this loop of more and more dopamine drip, 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 more and more and more and more and more, and it becomes overwhelming. And then we get to habits. We'll see that the way habits are like a spring, you're trying to hold down the habit. But if you look away, you do something, if you happen to be in a place, you happen to drive, you have this overwhelming thing to drink, and you just happen to go to this supermarket, and there's the alcohol section, you could go in there. Or if there's a bar that you like or something that you like, you're going to get a hamburger. Oh, yeah, I'll have a beer too. I'll just have one beer because I like a beer with my fries. And then that leads to a lot. So that's dopamine. So if we know what's being released, then we can counter it. 50, 60 years ago, didn't really know this. So AA's thing, what they got though was, if I am compelled to drink, what I need to do is recognize it and then call a sponsor and or go to a meeting. Not knowing why that worked. Now we know why it works, because it releases oxytocin. So turn down the dopamine, turn up the oxytocin, the desire, the need to drink goes away. So if we know how neurotransmitters work, we know what they are, we know how they work, we have the ability to dial in who we need to be right now. And that goes under the heading of our emotional part. If you can't control your emotions, don't worry, somebody else will, and they'll probably take you out of the game. So if we can, how do we control our emotions? We control our emotions by controlling the what? The neurotransmitters that are released. That's what we do. So first we have to know them, recognize what neurotransmitter is being released, recognize our feelings, consciously, oh, now I'm feeling this, or I'm feeling this and this. At the same time, I'm getting anxious and whatever it is. I'm feeling this. Okay, what do I need to do to feel differently? Boom. Okay, it's not that hard, but you have to learn how to do it. We do it. Some people do it more intuitively than others, just like anything else. Okay, 12 minutes in. Anything you want to say? What a Betty? Anything you want to say? Atticus von Atticus is probably asleep, complaining about having a rough day. And so the idea would be there, if we apply this to Atticus von Atticus, I'm having a rough day. I feel bad because I'm having a rough day. Okay, well, why are you having a rough day? Be good, do good, smile often, right? Why are you having a bad day? I don't know, I feel like, well, maybe compare your life to the life of other people, and you'll get that a bad day for you is a great day. The things you're feeling bad about, everybody around you would love to trade places with you, because it could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. So, smile often, right? So Amy Cuddy talks about, they did experiments with people, and smiling willfully versus holding a pen in your mouth for 5 minutes and then seeing whether you have your serotonin, I don't know whatever neurochemical, checking your blood chemistry to see if smiling naturally or smiling because you have something in your teeth forcing you to smile. And it turns out it kind of works. It's the action. It's the action of doing it releases the neurotransmitters. Okay. Smile often, that can be somewhat invalidating, but it's true. Lean towards gratitude. Right. What did Jesus say? Just two things. Love God with all your heart and mind and soul. Love one another as I have loved you. If you do that, you can become one with the Father and I and have everlasting life. So you could say, yeah, this sucks, but it's only temporary. It's just for today. It sucks for today. And if I keep going and get through the suck, then it's going to be good. Yeah. Okay, so we're at 15 minutes in. Big day for me. I get to go to Las Vegas. They're going to be working on the house, hopefully bringing our first people in. And yeah, should be very good. Should be really, really good. What else? Any other big announcements for today? Anything else? Whatabebby? So I plan to leave here around 7:40. Work. Good. Going to work, huh? Going to work. How are you getting to Florida? You taking a plane, bus, train, car? What? Plane. How are you going to get your bicycle there? Astral projection. Okay, well, that's one way to imagine getting your bicycle there. But let's wrap it up for today. Ship it. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Whatabebby. I will see you on the other side. What time do you go to work? Come in, over. What time do you go to work? 2. Okay. Well, I will give you a call as I'm heading to Las Vegas. Is that okay? I'll try calling you. With that, we're going to say and cut. Wait, and cut. And cut. Boom.